Southern Vangard Radio, this is DJ John Doe, and to the left of me is my man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exhausted Chino.
Cappuccino me.
I'm so tired, boss.
Dude, I am fucking beat down myself, bro.
Goodness.
Oh, my God.
And this fatherhood shit, somebody should have warned.
Shoo, boy.
You get no warning.
None.
You get no heads up.
None, man. None. Boy, it was buck wild. I looked at the missus today. I was like, man, we fucked up in the game right now.
I should have known something was up when I looked out the corner of my eye when my wedding, and I think my mama was laughing at me. Shit is fucking crazy like that, homie.
Oh, shit.
Serious, man.
Yo, it is wild life out here, dude. Oh, my Lord.
Dude, I was in South.
Yeah, I did not know about this.
What is that? Southwest? Deep Southwest Georgia? Yeah.
You in the deep South for real.
Albany, Georgia. Yesterday, moved my daughter back to college. She had to get an apartment this year.
You damn near in Florida when you in Albany.
Yeah. And you get that Florida, that Florida heat.
Oh yeah, that shit, that new shit. That's some new shit. Yeah. People bitch about Atlanta being hot. Wait till you go like basically south of Macon. You be real fucked up.
And that's exactly where I was.
Right.
And dude, I had a U-Haul truck full of shit that I took down there for her.
Yeah.
And I basically unloaded all that shit by myself.
Oh my God.
Into a second floor apartment.
Oh my Lord.
And the stairs was not no little bitty stairs.
Not no hoe.
It's almost similar to the shit Rocket ran up. We talk about box spring, mattress, dresser, nightstand, box upon box of bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And your daughter was just holding the door for you, right? Was she even doing that?
I mean, they were just spectating. They were just spectating, man. I ain't even get a round of applause. Like, it's that type of shit, man. And then some old hood shit she moved into. So now I'm worried.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Did you know this going into it?
I did not.
You
know
didn't?
what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this, but here's the thing, and people with kids, I guess, seniors in high school, college kids, that you at this point in life with your kids, you just got to let them. You know what I'm saying?
Let them live, man.
Yeah, they knew they had to find an apartment. She's got 2 roommates, and that's what they decided on. And if it gets to a point where it's like, if they cool with it, I got to be cool with it.
That's all you can do.
You know what I'm saying? But God forbid anything happen to my daughter as a result of where she is, I will burn that whole apartment complex down. The following day, dude.
I know it.
If not the following hour. Well, it takes me 3 hours to get down there. So
give you 3 to 4.
It'd be about a 3 to 4 turnaround on arson.
Right.
Yeah. So shouts out to Jazz and Sid Dollars, young Sydney and
Sid Dollars.
Yeah, one of her girls calls herself Sid Dollars. And young,
no, wait, is that her Instagram?
I don't even know. My kids don't fuck with me on IG. I've been blocked so many times
by your own kids.
By my own kids. That's the kind of shit I'm dealing with, homie. It's fucked up out here for the God. What's up with you, homie?
Oh shit!
You look like you played a round of 18 holes today. What's up?
I wish
with
that's
you?
what I did. I was fucking cutting down 18-inch weeds and I don't know, whatever the fuck, man. Oh my God.
Oh man, I passed on yard work today. You can have that shit.
Well, see, here's the thing though, man. This is what I told somebody the other day. If I don't do it before the week starts,
it's not gonna get done.
It won't get done. And dude, I swear, the hotter it gets, the faster everything grows.
Dude, at this point in the summer, I could give a fuck. I'm waiting on a letter from my HOA. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to ball that shit up and throw it in the motherfucking trash. You come cut the motherfucking grass. My yard burned up, though. To be honest with you.
Mine is not yet. I wish it would be.
My shit burnt the fuck up.
It's getting there though. I can tell. It's getting ready to start. But dude, I mean the ivy and the weeds and the shit.
Dude, I just need for it to cool off, man. Like
exactly.
Another thing about Southwest Georgia, man. I almost ripped my drawers off yesterday, man. You can't be in this kind of heat doing shit.
Nah,
I'm seeing bugs I ain't seen before and shit. Yeah. And it's just like
I said, you're in a subtropical climate.
It's
almost
so
tropical.
Unnecessary, man. It's so unnecessary, man. Anyway,
I was just on that dad life shit this weekend, but I did have one. I did have a particular portion of my Saturday, which was super dope because it was so goddamn hot outside. We got up Saturday morning. And we just went to the neighborhood pool and kicked it for like 6 hours the pool.
Not bad. I would do that if my pool wasn't a fucking public bathtub.
Oh yeah.
I can't trust it.
Yeah.
I'm not submerging myself in that.
Yeah, I mean there's things that you're subjecting yourself to if you agree to, jump in that in the neighborhood pool. But they're pretty straight here. So it was a good time.
You ain't getting no flesh eating shit on me. Fuck that.
Yeah. So anyway, other than that, man, it was just dad life to the max.
Yeah, shit was crazy this weekend.
Crazy.
But here we are. It must be Sunday night.
Must be Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Feeling all right. All right. Oh God.
That's my highlight from the last interview. Sunday night.
You know we're both tired as fuck right now, right?
Yeah.
Fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the first time you're tuning in. Welcome. If this is the 200th time you listen to us, welcome back.
220.
Yeah, 220. We drop twice a week. This is Southern Vangard Radio. Tuesdays is a mix show. Thursdays is an interview session. We're just about that raw underground rap shit here for the most part.
That's it.
So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're gonna get. If you're looking for something different, this ain't the place.
Yeah. Go somewhere else with that.
Yeah, so that's my man Meeks right there. My name's John Doe. We just we drinking bourbon and beer and shit and just cutting up and having a good time on a Sunday night. And then we drop these episodes on y'all on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
no doubt.
Make sure you follow on basically any podcast platform that you can think of: SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, which I did not realize was in beta until basically last week.
Yeah, I popped on there.
Yeah.
I went logged in. I looked up. I took a guess at the login.
Oh yeah, you know
password.
what it is. Yeah, okay, so you got it in.
So I got in there, and it looks promising.
Yeah, man.
We got a little following on there.
Yeah, I know you can get in there and see your views and see where people are listening from and shit. Real, so so shout out to Spotify, and we have a number of other affiliates as well. Makes to spread the word.
Just real quick, just popping on there. That little bit I was on there, I didn't feel like that much of a sucker for being on Spotify. I felt good about my place on Spotify.
Now remember, I mean, you might get a check for 23 and a half cents from Spotify. We ain't getting no goddamn check from Spotify.
We ain't getting no check from that. Fuck that. There's no check for you and I. But our other affiliates are atlhiphop.com, X Squad Radio, X Squad affiliates, returning to BoomBap, WRBB, and I am classicrawradio.net. All those here in Atlanta, and you can check us out on the West Coast with Soul Public Radio.
Yeah. All right. So without any further ado, this gentleman has been very patient all day.
No doubt.
All weekend.
Yeah.
He's sat here for almost 10 to 11 minutes now and listened to this blabber about, our weekend and shit. So, we just cannot seem to get out of northern New York, the Rochester, Buffalo area.
Hey man, they got it right now.
Yo,
that's just a testament to how dope Rochester, New York, Hell's Roof.
I know. So we
is kicking it right now.
I know. Even G4 Jag, when we talked to Jag last week,
he spoke very highly.
He did. He spent a lot of time up there. So without any further ado, tonight we are chatting with the one and only M.A.V.
M.A.V, what's up?
Not much, man. What's happening?
Chilling, man. What's going on in Rochester right now?
Oh, man, the same old. As Ito would say, we up here in Hell's Roof. The temperatures and just the climate and everything that's going on outside is it's crazy.
Yeah, I believe.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a rough summer up there for y'all right now. Is I know. We was talking, like we just said, we was talking to G4. He said this summer in Harlem has been just, what he say, nasty work.
Yeah.
What's summertime in Rochester like?
Yeah, it's been some real nasty work. A lot of odd shit going on. Pardon me, I don't know if I can talk about
it. But, absolutely.
Yeah,
you can.
Feel free.
Yeah, I mean, the temperatures have been extreme, so we've been getting the heat. Now, you've been getting a lot of action out there as well.
That's what's up.
All right. A lot of action out there. Like, we done had those instances where, like, kids got hurt.
Oh, like, really?
Just real awkward stuff, you know what I mean? We not known for that.
Yeah, stupid shit don't have no filter, man. It affects any and everybody, man. But right now, what it sounds like is you safely in the crib, chilling.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Good to be talking to you, brother. Thanks for talking with us tonight.
Listen, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
So Mav, we've been lucky enough to not only know some of your collaborators and interview them, but you and your collaborators have also been gracious enough to us a number of times over the past few years to let us world premiere a few things. So first off, I want to thank you for, and I'd forgotten about all this when we were going back and kind of doing the work from the prep for the interview, but we premiered the project with Hobgoblin, Angelz Demonz. We premiered that on episode 200 a couple months ago.
Absolutely.
You were kind enough to word, and you were kind enough to hit us with this new joint you're about to drop on the people, Dust to Dust. So
man, Cotola.
Yeah, we just trying to always be on the bleeding edge, man, and provide that that new work for everybody. And I really appreciate folks that are willing to let us have stuff early and put folks onto it and break records, whatever you want to call it.
Indeed.
Word. So let's just start with the new joint, man. Let's start there. I mean, it's not technically out, right? But
no, not just yet. I'm thinking we only got about another week and a half left in August, so I'm thinking maybe sometimes throughout the course of the next week, if not like early September.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So set us up for this joint, man. Who you collaborating with? What's the name of the record? What can we expect?
It's short and sweet. It's called Dust to Dust. I collaborated with a producer out of Montreal. He's originally from Chile, named Cotola. I wanted to work with him on the strength of that. He, to me, he was like a virtual unknown producer. I'm sure he had work out there because he do a lot of stuff in Montreal. He does videography. He's got a band. He's put out albums before. He run a label. But he reached out, and when he reached out, at first I didn't really like exactly what I was hearing. And then he sent me something else, and it just had this vibe to it. I was like, oh, I know exactly what I got to do with this. And you know what I'm saying? I hollered at Daniel Son, got him on something. I hollered at Smoovth and got him on something. And for the most part, like, I knew where I wanted to go with it. Like the whole project, just the vibe. Even though it's bars, it got that bolero feel to it. You know what I'm saying? That Latin feel to it.
Okay.
You got those narco clips throughout it. But I knew exactly what I wanted to do when I finally picked all of the production for that project.
All right. Hey, what turned the corner for you, production wise? Like you said, the first batch of stuff wasn't so hot, and then it flipped a little bit. What was it? What was it about it? Was it a bit of a culture clash that? Did you kind of guide him into that direction, or did he just flip the script all of a sudden?
You know what? Some of the stuff started to grow on me.
Okay.
And when it comes to producers, I like them to do what they do, because if I got to tell them what I want and how to do it, then I might as well
do that shit yourself.
Get back there and just put it exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he had put out. He had let me hear one of his albums that was just an instrumental album, and he had these little narco clips, throughout some of the music. Like I said, he's from Chile, you know what I'm saying, living in Montreal. And when I heard the way he had did it, because everything was so clean and it just had that particular sound, that's when it was like, I get it. I know exactly how to connect these dots.
Gotcha.
And things just started to come full circle. But originally it sent like 50 joints. Usually I don't even accept 50 joints. If I see that you send 50 beats, I'm probably going to go through like the first 4 or 5. And if I don't hear, if nothing catches me, then like I'm certainly not going to go through the next 46, 45 joints. But it worked though. It worked out.
Okay. That's what's up.
That's interesting, man, because some people have, I mean, not some people, but people have different approaches to that shit. Like some people love getting getting a folder of 50 beats, and some people are like, well, if I don't hear some shit like in the first, couple beats, there's probably not going to be anything in here for me. That's interesting, man.
We be slamming on them.
You're right, yeah.
We be slamming on them like, in the can.
Yeah, well, it's the same way I go through music these days, right? I mean, you get so much shit.
Right,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You get a lot of submissions. Sometimes, I mean, it's good to give somebody a chance, but they still got to have quality work. It's not like I'm just going to be like, all right, let's just let this guy in. It don't work like that. But I do that with producers as well. Like I just got a batch, and crazily as it may sound, it was about 50 joints in there. And like I said, usually if I get an attachment, like if I get a folder of beats with like 50 beats, usually I'll erase that immediately. Something made me go in it, and immediately I found stuff like, yo, I like this. And I hit that producer back and was like, listen, I got a lot on the table right now, but we're going to work. I'm going to definitely be in contact with you. We're going to sit down. We're going to figure some things out. We're definitely going to work. But if I ever get beats that are named after artists, those are already in the can. I feel like those is throwaways.
Yeah, the type beats. The type beats.
Busta Rhymes type beat. MC
I might open up some beats, and the beat might be called Rigz, and I'll be like, yo, that's for nephew. Like that. Nephew turned this down. I probably was in the studio when he turned this down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's fucked up.
It's throwaway. He wanted to do it. The producer made it specifically for him.
Right.
If I get beats like that, usually I just leave them alone off the muscle. Or if you send me beats and I notice that a million other artists are like CC'd in it, or it's a forward from you sent it to somebody else and then forwarded me. Yeah. I don't want those.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't want those.
Got you.
That's some good advice, man. That's some really good advice, actually. Like, it's, you got to make this shit personal, right? Like, you can't just be like...
It really, really helps. Yeah. It really helps. And trust, I understand the whole one man's trash is another man's treasure, but like, how dare you? That's like me giving you like a joint that I freestyled on some radio show and be like, I'll give him that verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Mav, once the corner got turned and y'all kind of started seeing eye to eye production wise, music wise, what have you, how many joints did y'all actually record and how many on the LP itself?
There's 7 on the LP. I recorded probably like 10 or 11.
Okay.
And the reason I don't go too far overhead. I know some guys be recording like 50 joints and narrowing it down, but I like to stay like within that realm. And at the same time, I'm not sure if you know or not, I was in the same time I was recording Dust to Dust, I was also putting the touches on Angelz and Demonz 2. Mm-hmm. I got a full length project, you know what I'm saying? So I've been recording and writing for several projects all at the same time.
Okay.
I don't mind my side orders touching the main dish.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? The main entree. Yeah. So I'm working all over the plate.
Yeah. You're going to eat all of it anyway, so might as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I might feel like this right now, and later on, I might feel like that, so I might be in the studio, and I'm not a studio rat either. Some guys be in the studio all the time tonight. I go in, I do 5 or 6 joints, and then I might go back in next week.
Got you. That's what's up.
Anytime I'm in the studio, at the bare minimum, like 4 songs.
Okay.
4 songs. If I'm doing features, you know what I'm saying, I knock the feature verses out, and then, you know, hopefully I can get some work done for myself. But, you know, I just get in there and I get right to business. I don't be playing in there and hanging out and goofing around and none of that stuff. It's a beautiful atmosphere because, you know, I'm with all of my guys, you know, I'm with my nephew Rigz, you know what I'm saying? I'm with some of the other fellas. So, you know, the atmosphere is great, but like, I ain't coming here to play.
Hey, Mav, how'd you pick the features for this record? Was it kind of a natural, organic thing, or did you have ideas and, you know, that's why you wanted to bring them in, or?
Well, as far as for the Pusher joint, me and I smashed Daniel Son up and got him to do that one. I think like recently we had been doing a lot of music like that, so you know what I'm saying. It just felt good, and I was like, you know what, DS got that voice. You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at him, and I think he had that verse to me like 45 minutes later.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He had the verse done and everything. You know, so that kid worked.
Yeah,
he worked. But we had recently, you know what I'm saying, our camps had recently been back and forth in the studio together. And some of the music that we had already been doing, you know what I'm saying, between the two camps, you know what I'm saying, had that type of vibe to it.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, while we still on this vibe, you know what I'm saying, let me get him on this. And like I said, in no time flat, it was, you know, it was easy work.
Yeah. And what about the joint with Smoovth?
With Smoovth, you know, Smoovth, that feature came a little bit later. I had recorded a bunch of other joints for that particular project first. And I hollered at Smoovth, and it was crazy because although me and Smoovth had already had a connection, I hadn't heard his Medellin projects.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, 1 and 2.
So, right, I hadn't heard those yet. So I got him to do the verse, and then I actually listened to those and was like, got you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, got you. So, like, this was already right up your alley. Like, you know what I'm saying? This whole vibe, you know what I'm saying? It felt good. And being that he did it, like, I already knew I had his blessing, so I really wasn't worried about, like, you know, oh, this already been done, because, you know, the themes are very, very similar.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? With the projects, the themes are very, very similar. But we definitely took, even though we have the same theme, we definitely took a very, very different approach to it. And I think it was very tastefully done.
Yeah. That's a good brother right there.
No doubt.
Shout out Smoovth.
Absolutely.
Shout out Daniel Son.
Absolutely.
Yeah, word.
Both of them.
Absolutely.
Both of them. Sometimes I just hit them, put it on the check-in. Like,
yes,
I don't want no music. I ain't trying to do no music, but how you fellas doing?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Indeed.
I got to go fishing with Daniel Son, man. That boy can pull a shark out of a bottle cap.
Hey, man,
I told him I got to come up there and go fishing with that kid.
I be seeing that shit on Instagram. Yo, that shit cracks me
up,
dog. I know he loves it. I can tell from the look on his face, man. That and fucking sandwiches. He gets home and fucking cleans that fish, and he's fucking making a sandwich right there in the fucking immediately. As soon as he gets out of the lake.
He don't play no game.
Yeah.
Like if you know him, if you get to talk to him, like, the kid's so humble.
Yeah.
You know, the kid's so humble. We done had some conversations where, when we finish having that conversation, I say to myself, like, yeah, I like him just that much more now, because we're not even talking about music, but like, he's a real dude.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got to put on no show or nothing for me. Like, I like you for who you are.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how it is with him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we talked to Daniel. When did we interview him, Meeks? A couple years ago now?
A couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was like...
Real good interview,
Yeah,
too.
it was just like, we were like, I can't remember what they call it, his crib. What did they call it? They had a name
Was it
for
the rum? Was it the
rum room or some shit
something like that? Rum bar or
rum
something.
bar. Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Everybody crib got a name, which is wild crazy.
Yeah.
I know they got the mini mansion out in Massachusetts.
Yeah, with Knack and shit.
Yeah,
that's SD.
I think that's Knack Daddy's spot. He got the rum bar. My joint, the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
All right.
But like my joint, the Vatican, is crazy. Like my joint, the Vatican, because like 9 times out of 10, you like, if you're not Rigz, you'll probably never be here.
Oh, okay.
Like that's how far out of the way. You know, people be like, "Yeah, I'm out of the way." This, that, and the third. Like that's how far out of the way.
Oh, I got you.
That like he the only person. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you about to say you had to get a blessing to come out. You got or something.
But realistically, you do. You gotta have my blessing.
No doubt. Shit, that's anybody's crib. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep, like you ain't just gonna ring the doorbell or whatnot. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got access though. You know what I'm saying? That's my nephew and that's my right hand, so he got access. So like you know what I'm saying? I get the message like I'm here.
No doubt.
Yo, man, real quick, something a little random, going back to Instagram and all that. What's up with the business in front of M.A.V? There's a story behind that.
A lot of absolutely. What a lot of people don't know is I was doing I was taking care of like a lot of business for the cloth as a whole. I was fielding production, so before anybody, you know what I'm saying, got production, like if I felt like you really wasn't playing in their soundscape, then, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of things came through me. Was doing some managerial stuff, you know what I'm saying, right with under the, you know, the umbrella or whatnot. So that's where the business is, the business end comes in. I was also, I was creative director over at Overtime Hustler magazine. So I was, you know what I'm saying, politicking with my guy Les over there and doing like, I was doing crazy interviews.
Oh, really?
You know, so
interesting.
I took care of a lot of business. And the crazy thing is when I was doing that, you heard a lot less music. And then it was time to like hang one hat up for a while.
Got you.
And be like, all right, let me get on this side of the desk so they know like that, like I do this like for real.
How did you get into handling so much business? Like, do you just have like a natural knack for it? Or, cause I got a similar background where I was, you know, wearing a lot of hats, you know, approving artwork and checking for beats and scheduling studio time and, you know, making sure shit was right and all that. How'd you get pulled into that part of the game?
I think it was just the ability to communicate. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of certain stuff came real easy. Mm-hmm. Getting to people, reaching people. Like it just came easy. It's almost like I don't know, like I had that beacon. Like if you knew I was looking for you, seen that beacon, you would just open up and let me get to you. So like when somebody needed to connect with, you know, this particular studio, all right, sweetie, or needed to connect with, you know, this particular producer, whether it was some up and coming producer or a major producer, I was just able to, you know what I'm saying, be like, all right, listen, I got him on the line. What we trying to do?
Okay.
So a lot of that stuff came easy. There were challenges, but at the same time, like I accepted all of those challenges, and you know what I'm saying, that kind of made it fun as well.
So what made you dig it back into the music tough again, man?
Because I'm dope.
There you go.
Point blank.
Simple as that. And it's kind of hard to do all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
And continue to do that, and at the same time be working on a project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or expect, you know what I'm saying, to be heard. So it was like, you know what? Let's figure some other things out, and I want to do this as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, it was easy. Like, yeah, eat. It was easy.
Mav, at that point, do you appoint someone else to take care of that, or did somebody in the crew step up? Or
no, actually, nobody in the crew stepped up. Believe it or not, Rigz had brought in some outside help. Okay, and it you know what I'm saying, it truly worked in his favor and our favor as a whole. You know what I'm saying? We work under one of those when you win, I win mentalities. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, it truly worked. You know what I'm saying? Worked out for all of us as a whole. And I think when that situation kind of like got stagnant, it was like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? Let's get dirty again. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate your help.
Right.
We got it from here.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It feels like that with you guys, man. Like with you and
we don't,
Mooch and
we
Rigz.
don't really conform to nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that is one of the things that I think people like it, and I think people are also, you know what I'm saying, a little afraid of it. Like, we never starstruck. Like, we like to kind of make our own rules and play by those. We don't really like, you know, no rule book, so we're going to throw that shit out immediately.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and make us comfortable. And, like, you either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times people shy away because, like, we're not really the type to be controlled.
Right.
Like, we're not going to put on the seatbelt.
Right.
Somebody going to drive. We're going to rip the brake pedal out. Somebody going to be standing up out of the sunroof. Somebody going to be hanging out of the window. But we get there, all right?
Wow.
Word. So, Mav, do you think that's why you guys connect so well with Future Wave and Daniel and A-Son and all those guys? Because I get a similar vibe from those guys, and I only know them so well, right? But I just, that whole thing, just like you guys, I guess for a while when I was kind of trying to figure out who you guys were and who those guys were, like I just kind of saw you guys moving as, not as a unit, but I don't know, man. I kind of got you guys mixed up a little bit.
Together.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
absolutely.
You know, and you listen to that fucking,
too.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you listen to that Mooch album, like, you know, that Mooch record was fucking nuts, man. Like, I really don't think that Mooch record like got the shine and the love that it should have. I mean, that motherfucker is off the rails, and that's just what I kind of love about seeing how you guys move, like, you know, as the cloth, and then how you kind of, you know, weave in and out with, you know, the work you're doing with outside folks. It's dope,
absolutely.
man.
We got some friends.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But Mooch project, that was amazing. I remember I was in studio for a lot of it, and I remember hearing it as a whole when I was actually in the studio to record, and I remember listening to it as a whole. And when I heard it, like, the first thing I did was like hit Future Wave and was like, "Yo, this project sounds crazy."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I let Mooch know, like, "Yo, this thing sounds good." Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you really know what you have, but like,
yeah,
this it. Like, this shit feel good. It sound good and it feel good. Like, I'm really enjoying it. And well, the crazy thing is, when I create, I don't want to hear nobody's shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear nothing. So for me to sit there, you know what I'm saying, and listen to that, like, it didn't take me out of my element. Don't forget, we had already been working closely, you know what I'm saying, with Brown Bag Money and Future Wave.
Yeah.
You know, and Golden Era Music. So that it was already right up my alley, but it felt really good. I knew it was going to be a special project. He got more work too. That's definitely special. That's not released yet. Like, he got a full length that's going to be coming at some point, and I don't know what the timing is on it, but like, he got a lot of work. Like, Mooch special, and Future Wave definitely. You know what I'm saying? Dope
for sure.
producer.
Yeah.
Was the first work you did with those guys the joint you did with Finn? Abracadabra?
Yeah, that was
okay.
I think the very, very first song I did with them was a song produced by Sibs Rock that had me and Gates, Daniel Son, I want to say A-Son, Cypher Soze, and Black Nazi.
Yeah.
So that was the very first song I'd ever. That was like my first contact with them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And after that, like, me and Finn did Abracadabra, and we dropped Abracadabra like right before the buzzer on my birthday on December 28th.
Yes, sir.
Last year, so like right before New Year's week.
Yes, sir. Shout out Finn.
What happened?
No, shout out Finn.
Yeah, we
definitely.
Yeah, we chopped
Finn.
it up with Finn before, another good dude out here doing this thing.
Yes,
so
sir.
For sure.
MC DJ Finn.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people don't realize that. Listen, Finn sent me a link to a video with him and Cypher Soze the other day, and I had to hit him back like, "Yo, I didn't know." I mean, I caught the name, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I did, because he wear a lot of hats too.
Yeah, that's going back to all the hats. Yeah,
too. He take care of the business end. He shoot
videos.
He do production, And like he a producer. He seemed like he getting better as time goes on.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just gets stronger and stronger as, you know, as the game go on. But like the production that Finn sent, when we did Abracadabra, like when the final mixes and everything was done, like the beats weren't the same. Like they was the same, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? They were much different than, like, he just sent me the skeleton.
Right.
When the mix and everything was done, like, you know what I'm saying? You had muscles and everything on there.
That sauce
so, like,
on
he's a producer for real. Like, he's not just a beat maker. He really does it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing we appreciate about this time we living in right now, man. It's like when you think about cats like yourself and Future Wave and Daniel Son and Rigz and Finn, you know, of course we appreciate the music, but we also appreciate how serious is being approached and how serious is being taken. It's not just some you're just not going into this shit lightly at all. Like cats is like really putting in work, and you have to appreciate that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I think I don't think personally, I don't think I deal with anybody who takes it lightly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody really got a serious approach to, you know, putting out their projects and putting music out. You kind of picky about everything that you do.
Right.
At the same time, you're willing to do some things that are a little outside of your realm just to show the versatility or whatnot.
Right.
And but for the most part, like, you for real about what you putting out there.
Yeah.
And it shows in the music, you know, you can hear it. It's
Absolutely.
not, you know, it's not anything that even the listener should be taken lightly. Like, if you get a hold to some music from one of you guys, man, enjoy that shit and check it out for what it is. It's that real thing, and you got to be able to appreciate it for that. So we salute y'all, man, for sure.
Thank you, man. I definitely salute you guys for the work you guys do as far as pushing the culture forward as well.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's important.
It is.
And you guys, y'all getting it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting it, y'all doing it from the ground up, and y'all getting it off the ground.
Yeah,
y'all getting it off the ground. So that's a beautiful
off the ground
thing
too,
as well.
man.
Not too many people doing that.
Yeah, we want to keep it off the ground too, because when that shit hit the ground, it's kind of sketchy at that point. That shit might get back up, or it might just stay down. Now we want to keep this shit in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Once you get it off the ground,
keep it up there. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, I wanted to ask you about the record with Hobgoblin.
Gotcha.
You mentioned, I guess, Abracadabra dropping on your birthday last year. Interestingly enough,
right.
Angelz Demonz, which is the record I'm alluding to with Hobby Gobs, as we affectionately call him around here, actually dropped on my birthday,
right there.
March 8th.
Oh, ain't that something?
I did not realize that until this weekend when we were putting together the notes for this shit. So if the shit on Bandcamp is right, then that shit dropped on my birthday. So nice. Good looks.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. No question. We got you.
So let's talk about that relationship, man. I talked to Hob a good bit just on, DM, and we just try to stay connected, and it's no secret I really fuck with that guy from a producer standpoint. Like,
you and me both.
That guy is
you and me both.
massively slept on. I had it's kind of funny, man. He just released a compilation this I guess last week or the week prior. And he used a skit where Meeks and I were, actually we were talking about y'all's album. I think it was actually when we premiered one of the joints off Angelz Demonz.
Yep.
Anyway,
damn sure was.
Even though the clip that's on the comp is Meeks and I being fucking outlandish and pissy drunk as we normally are during the mix show. I was telling the truth when I said that, like, I really feel like if this guy was from the States right now, like, I think his reach would be in a totally different kind of level of the atmosphere.
I agree.
The shit is just
truly agree.
That guy's ear is insane.
he got an insane ear, the way he put things together, Be Foolish. Listen, now that's one person, he don't send folders with, 50, 60 beats. He's like, where we at with things, like, he know what I like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he'd be like, yeah, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to slip this in there too.
Yeah.
So he sent like 5 or 6 at a time. And I got some batches. Pardon me. I got some batches from Hobgoblin. He's just amazing because he can do things that people wouldn't expect him to be able to do, especially if you just listen to Angelz and Demonz. Mm-hmm. Like, he's done production work for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
But like, you got to listen to what he's done for Jamil Honesty. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't get the soulful ones. He just stopped sending me some soulful ones because with Angelz and Demonz 2 and 3, you know what I'm saying? We're doing things different. And remember I was talking about, like, I don't mind my side orders touching the main course.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already recording Angelz and Demonz 3. Even though you haven't even gotten Angelz and Demonz 2 yet.
Right,
yeah. I was just about to say, he's got a knack for catering to the MC he's working with, and he does
Truly.
He does it really well. Like, a couple of cats, you could say that it's either gonna be good or it's really hit or miss when you talk about bringing a MC producer combination together that isn't, they're not familiar with one another. It can either be really good or it could be a little you know what I'm saying? But I think Hobgoblin, he cuts all that guesswork out and cuts straight to it. He's like, no, this is definitely for you. I did this with you in mind, and this is what it is. And you really can't say no to that shit.
Absolutely. He ain't just gonna give you just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So when he send you a batch, everything in that batch is,
you want to touch it
within your soundscape, and you can relate whether you use it or not. You like, yeah, this is all my stuff. The only reason I'm not using this and it's fire is because I did this one. But he gonna send you a batch, and it's gonna be some crazy stuff in there. I got beats from Hobgoblin. I don't even know what the hell to do with them. But look, ain't nobody else getting on them though. That I can tell you. You know what I'm saying?
You know that for sure.
Yeah, shit. That's the one thing I know.
Yeah, you'll get around to it. You'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, that it's yours, no doubt.
Oh yeah, that's just mine. That's mine.
I tell you what, there
got some stuff
outside of the music being incredible. As you know, he lives in Europe, and you wouldn't believe the number of people that will turn down, an interview request from us because they got to get up at, whatever.
Oh, the time difference.
Yeah, the time difference, 2 or 3 o'clock.
They're like, what, 5.5, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Something like that. 6.5 hours.
Yo, this guy right here, man, did not give 2 shits. He's got to get up and teach school in the morning.
Yeah, he's a school
teacher. Yes, he do.
Yo,
get up at the crack.
That got to be like the coolest shit. Like, you don't even know your school teacher. He like Batman. Like, he gonna teach you whatever he teach you, but like you have no idea. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna hit that bat cave and turn into some shit.
I have a vision that he like an asshole of a teacher that go home and make dope ass beats. Like during the day, he's just giving out mad homework and
F's
shit.
And D's and shit.
Sending motherfuckers to the office and shit.
Because he listened to hip hop.
Right.
Hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The gold in there, hip hop. So like he ain't gonna take too much of your shit.
Right.
Probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Go home and make some fire. Hell yeah.
Right.
How did you guys connect, Mav?
Believe it or not, we connected during the time where I was fielding beats for the cloth as a whole. Okay. And I think I had to have heard something for me to, reach out. But I was I sent him a message and talked to him, and at that particular moment, nothing really materialized. Not because I didn't want it to, or he didn't want it to. Like, he wasn't the only person that I was communicating with, you know what I'm saying? So it's like our communication kind of died down. But during that same time, I was communicating with a bunch of other people because I wasn't really looking for anything for myself at that moment. I was looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Rigz drop every 5 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? I was looking for some stuff for Rigz. I was looking for some stuff for Mooch, you know, upcoming stuff. But at some point, he hit me back, and me and him started working together. And like from that point on, it was like, yeah, we should go. You know, after we, you know, pretty much pinned down Angelz and Demonz, it was like, yeah, you know what? I think we should go right back to the well and drink again, and maybe again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like this. This thing felt good.
Right.
Like, we should continue this. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we decided to, you know, make Angelz and Demonz a series. You know, we're gonna do 3 of them.
Dope.
Yeah, well, you beat me to the punch on asking when, you know,
I'm sorry.
No, you beat me to the punch when I was at the beginning of the interview when you were talking about the second one coming, because I saw a note or something somewhere that this was going to be a series. So that's dope. That's dope to know the second and third's on the way.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's man. Believe it or not, I really can't wait to get that, you know, to y'all. It's definitely gonna be something special. It's gonna be more in depth than the first one. You know, the first one was all demons. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was all demons. I think the sweetest thing, you know what I'm saying, that I might have said on it, you know what I'm saying, might have had something to do with, you know what I'm saying. My grandmother helped me ditch a revolver. But it was all
that's some demon shit too. She even pissed in with that.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Nana did it. You know, so
Nana did it.
What won't grandma do for her grandbaby?
Man,
and he out there wilding.
Man. Anything like my grandmama, she do whatever.
That's real.
And if it's something fucked up, she'll do it and then get your ass home and beat the dog shit out you.
No doubt.
And tell you not to do that shit again.
my grandmother she was truly one of the sweetest ladies.
That's what's up.
And you know, just to touch on that particular subject, I got in some shit. As young men do. They don't have to, but we do. And I found myself in some shit, you know, some real shit. And my grandmother, like that's real. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That she helped me get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? She had my uncles like break that down, and yeah, I need that to disappear.
Man,
and we never talked about it. Like there was nothing else to talk about it. Like if you remember any of that song, you hear me talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my grandmother squared some things away. Me and her had a conversation. Me and her talked. Me and her did this, and if you weren't there for that particular moment, like, you should steer clear of that, like friend or family.
Right.
Like that's me and her. You know what I'm saying? That's us. Like, so if, you know what I'm saying, you ain't one of the two of us, like you're not, you don't have a license, you don't have a permit to conduct this conversation. Like that's with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's with us.
Some
Love
G
that
shit
lady
right
to
there.
death.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Shouts out to Nana.
No doubt.
G
So where'd the concept for Angelz and Demonz come from then, Mav? Is this something you were toying around with for a while and Hobby's beats just fit, or?
His beats fit. I don't know if anybody really noticed, but the titles to like my projects they always have like a biblical, you know, name. So the first one that you guys may have, you know, caught me on was Abracadabra.
Yep.
Abracadabra is biblical.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's I'll create as I speak. So when it came to Angelz and Demonz, I just kept that, you know what I'm saying? I kept that thing going. But like prior to Angelz and Demonz, I dropped a short EP called Lord of the Boiling Water. You already know what that boiling water about. But like, you know what I'm saying? The themes were always, you know what I'm saying, biblical. Years ago, 2012, I want to say, maybe a little after that, I put out Angelz with Dirty Faces. So it's always been tied into, you know what I'm saying, religion one way or another, even Dust to Dust.
Right. Yeah. Why is that, man?
That it's always because like I think like no matter how far we go, most of us have been brought up, you know what I'm saying, with some sort of belief, some sort of godly beliefs. You've grown up in the church, especially you heard me mention my grandmother. So, you know, as a lad, you know, I was in church on Sundays, but when I got old enough to, you know, move and shake, that's when things changed. Like I remember, you know what I'm saying, losing my innocence. I remember, you know what I'm saying, starting to think things that was impure. I remember starting to indulge, you know what I'm saying. So no matter where you go, like it's always the root. You know, I feel like it's always the root. Like when you sit down, you can just be like, you know what? Forgive me for all of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That I've been doing the last 20 years, this, that, and the third, because I know where I come from. So, even though we're not wild and crazy, we still keep it, you know what I'm saying? You still keep those undertones. You make sure that, that is within reach.
Gotcha.
That is within reach.
That's dope. So you're going to continue that theme for the time being, as far as you know, then these upcoming releases. Every project. I plan on releasing my last solo project, which is a full length with that thing like 3/4 of the way done. And believe it or not, it may be done because I truly got a lot of access. Rigz be playing stuff in the studio. I don't even remember what the hell it is. Okay.
Because I know what I'm working on currently. And I'd be like, yo, that's fire. What is that? He'd be looking at me like, yo, you fucking serious? Like, that's you and such. That's your choice. I'd be like, oh, yeah. Put that to the side. Make sure that's saved under this.
Right. I don't know, man. It sounds like you're a studio rap, Mav. I don't know, man.
Believe it or not.
A little bit.
Trust me, like it's truly not like that. When I give you guys God, that's what that final project is called too, the God Project.
Okay.
G.O.D. Glory or Death. That particular project has songs on it. It'll be new to everybody else. I'm never sounding dated. We don't do none of that.
Right.
But like some of the music on there and some of the videos on there, like there's already videos and everything shot for it.
Damn.
I got a song called Mickey Blue Eyes with me, Crime Apple, and Rome Streets.
Oh.
I got a joint with me and Etho on there. Got a crazy joint and a video for that as well. I got a crazy joint with me and Ransom on there. I got a lot of stuff on there, but like
shit.
I've recorded that. Like I shot that video last year.
Okay.
Meaning I recorded that song last year as well. So when I give it to the audience, of course it's going to be brand new to them, but like they have no idea like that.
Yeah.
We didn't just record that. Like most of the stuff that people get is, you know what I'm saying? You might have one joint on there that was recorded within a month of it being released, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I might have recorded this 6 months to a year ago.
Right.
And we just finally sitting down to piece it all together and be like, yeah, that's a good product right there. Let's give them that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So you make timeless music that can
That's
stand
the
up no
only
matter
way.
when I record it
thing
or
is-
whenever I release it. You're going to enjoy that shit regardless.
Absolutely. Sometimes you really got to can the creativity and just give them some shit that they can feel. You know what I'm saying? Talk
Right.
to them a little bit. Like everybody ain't no marauder, so everybody ain't gonna be running around shooting up shit and doing all of that crazy shit. And I mean, like if you could tell from talking to me, like I'm in a house right now.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't running around shooting up no shit. I got a wife and kids, this, that, and the third. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, my mother was a hustler.
Okay.
My sister was, you know, she was a big girl. She was, you know what I'm saying, out there. She was popular. Grew up in the craziest neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, around the craziest times, and shook in with like some of the craziest cats. But you had to put in your own work. So I'm truly giving you a younger version of who I am right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you a much younger. I got a daughter in college. I got a son who's graduated from college.
Word.
You feel me?
Yeah, we know that life.
And my kids don't know. Yeah, I heard you. I heard you.
We know that life.
I was smiling. I understood the whole
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids don't know. And they don't know that. They know exactly who I am.
Yeah.
But they don't know that life at all. Like, things are so much sweeter for them than they were for me. Like, my son is never going to run in the house and be like, Dad, you got to help me ditch this gun.
Right.
Like, that we're not doing none of that.
And that's the growth right there. Right there. That's the evolution of who you are and where you come from and that's a testament to shit. That's all your grandmother wanted for you in the first place. So you made that happen. No doubt. Yeah, you can't front on that.
Sad thing is we don't see shit a lot of times, especially young men. We don't see shit until like after the fact. Like in a moment, there's absolutely nothing in your life that is as big as you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's you and then it's everything else. But like as you get older, you start to see like, damn, like the blueprints was always here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to a lot of stuff, monogamy and everything, you look at your grandparents and be like, the first time you ever laid eyes on them, they was already old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
So you didn't see them when they was young and having a good time and going out dancing, and your grandpops was pulling up in that machine, you know what I'm saying? And your grandma was, you know the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we lived. But we totally forget, like, they did that. And then they got married, and they was married throughout your parents' life, and then you popped up. And so by the time you meet them, you heard they've been married for 40-some years, 50-some years. And you're like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga, that's the blueprint. Follow that. Listen to that.
Yeah.
Pick their brains. Like, if your grandparents are alive, yo, sit with them. Talk with them. Like, that's so fucking precious. And I say it like that, and I put that much, you know, feeling into this conversation, especially when we get to this part, is because I don't have that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I would do anything to be able to go and sit with my grandparents on both sides.
Word, that's real.
Just to have some conversations, you know what I'm saying, and just talk. Because what we don't realize is the shit that we learn about in school, they lived that, they dealt with that. Like, so they're walking, talking history, and we don't patch into that shit until it's too late.
Yeah, definitely some
too late.
Everybody takes for granted. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that shit for granted. If it's there and it's available to you, it would be in everybody's best interest to take advantage of that and learn something and get something out of it.
Please take advantage. Yo, for anybody who might hear this interview, take advantage of that shit. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I was at my nana's, my abuela. Nah, sit your ass down, talk with them, build with them. Like, yo, they the blueprint for everything.
Yeah,
you
it
know
ain't just about
like,
birthday gifts and Christmas presents.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Sunday
fuck
dinners.
All that shit.
Yeah. Get to the real shit.
Listen, that Sunday dinner, like that's valuable.
Yeah.
That's when you patch in. in. But to go see Nana just to get that card with that bread in it, because you know that's what it is. She can't shop for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That shit don't mean nothing.
Nah, man.
That don't mean nothing.
Not at all.
Yo, sit down and patch in. And even if you close with somebody else, grandparents, and you don't got yours, patch in, man. They walk and talk in history.
And they'll talk to you too. It ain't limited.
Oh, they want to talk.
Yeah, it ain't limited to just their grandkids. They'll talk to any youth, anybody that needs it.
John hit it right on the head when he said they want to talk.
Yeah.
So many times, I think when we're younger, we don't talk to them because we feel like, like I said, like there's nothing bigger than us, and they not cool in your eyes. But like you have no idea that they got the keys to them gates that you're gonna need to get through.
Yep, no doubt.
You might want to talk to the gatekeepers.
For sure.
Right. That's right. No doubt. That's real, man. Damn. Jules.
Yeah, I apologize, man. Listen,
you don't have to apologize about anything, man.
When we get to this point, when we get to this point in the interview, this shit right here is just golden. You know what I'm saying? We done talked about the albums and the music and all that. This the realness right here.
This is the real shit. Yeah, this is what we do it for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, my whole tone and everything changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my whole tone.
Yes, sir.
Look, they're gonna be like, "Yo, who was the brother who jumped on the interview at the, later on in the interview?"
Same cat, same dude.
Yo, that was when Mav turned into Colin Harris. That was when, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, fuck the music. Let's talk about some life shit.
No doubt.
You know.
No doubt. That's dope, man. Gosh, man, what do you want to leave the folks with, man? I feel like you just kind of dropped the mother load on everybody, but like, I
hope they take it for what it is.
I hope they will. They will.
Man, listen, I'm super approachable. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you want to know something, reach out, man. I definitely don't mind talking. I like to engage the fans. You know what I'm saying? I like to chop it up with the producers. I chop it up with producers that I've yet to do any work with. I may not do work with some of them, but we've still built that rapport up with each other where we can communicate often. They understand that I got a lot on my plate. I understand what they're trying to do as well. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm super approachable. I'm trying to get to a point where I can sit down and truly enjoy what my audience enjoys. You know what I mean? I want to hear everybody else's music as well, but you know what I'm saying? While I'm creating, that kind of get in the way. But you know what I'm saying? I want to see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if artists want to patch in and try to get some work done, like this, there's a bunch of artists that we got mutual understandings, we got mutual respect for each other, so that's a phone call. But if you're not one of those guys and you're trying to work, you know what I'm saying, talk to me nice, and I'm PayPal ready. We'll figure out.
No doubt.
We'll work with your budget, but we'll definitely figure it out. We'll do something real dope. And man. Listen, I'm here. I'm out there. I'm outside.
All right.
I'm outside, man. We working right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff on the table. I truly got enough to drop well into next year. And that's probably what it's going to be. I'm trying to space things out, but also trying to work each project, you know what I'm saying, until the next one drops. But I got a lot in store for you. The Cloth got a lot in store for you. Rigz individually, Mooch individually, Gates individually, Times. Like we loaded, we work, and we definitely a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? I put my starting five and my two-man rotation off the bench against anybody starting five in their two-man rotation. Matter of fact, you can go your 12-man roster against my 7.
Mav just threw the gauntlet down on you motherfuckers, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all might want to holler at
it. It's competitive undertones.
Absolutely.
Competitive undertones in this thing.
Everybody out here want to be the best right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'd be like boxing, like certain artists run from certain artists too. You know what I'm saying? It's like he on a, you know what I'm saying, he on a 6-fight run right now. We might not want to fight him yet. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. I feel like that too. Yeah, I feel like that
let's
too.
Knock some of these bombs off first before we go that route for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
I be trying to be cordial, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen somebody Stu Bangers had put up something on Twitter today. And it said, like, who y'all hear on this? And I remember I was typing, who y'all hear on it? And I said that I was only here for the comments. And I started writing more. And I wanted to truly know, like, yo, who y'all hear on it? I might find somebody to kill in that list of people y'all named. But I erased it. Like, you know what? Be nice. Be nice. Like, because the people out there, they know my body of work.
Yeah.
They know my body of work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Listen, they know when I'm in project mode. They know when I jump on something that I be talking that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I be talking that stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like there was a producer who hit me, I forgot where he's from, Yellow Balaclava. And I told him, like, listen, I don't even want to be on this joint if if we doing this joint and it got all of these guys on it, talk to all of those other guys first and let them know, like, yo, let's get on some shit on this, like some friendly competition. But like, yo, no, make sure they all know that, like, I'm trying to tear their heads off on them.
Right.
And when the write-up came back for that particular joint, one of the first things that the writer had put up there was like, you could tell these guys are all coming at each other. And it was like, yeah, that's what I wanted right there.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get everybody out of their comfort zone. Like, yo, I ain't got no problem with you. You ain't got no problem with me. Half of y'all, I don't even know where you from. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, let's get on this. Let's showcase our talent and let's be aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? But let's not hide the fact that we being aggressive with it.
No doubt.
I think everybody want to shake hands. And again, everybody want to pick and choose, this, that, and the third. Let's get out here and bang out.
Well, Mav, you know what's fucked that up? That whole kind of I guess that kind of competitive nature of things is the internet and social media has fucked that whole shit up, because somebody's worried about some dumb shit, like they're not gonna follow me or like me or repost my shit, or like I really feel like that's gotten worse over the past probably 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
With just the way social media is taking over. It's awful.
Listen, man, I think social media, egos, like I said, sometimes people don't want to get knocked out, so they're going to pick and choose whether they hop in that arena with certain artists, this, that, and the third. But like, yo, on another note, and we still in that same realm, like if you listen to Rigz, you like when he on some shit, man, know that he's swinging for the fences.
Oh, yeah, every time.
You know what I'm saying? He's right. He's swinging for the fences.
Every time.
I know for a fact that artists like, shit. I want to feature. Yep, exactly.
Right.
He's back there laughing.
Yeah.
Exactly. They like, fuck, like I want to feature him on this joint. But like you already know, like soon as he get the beat, he put his gloves on, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you worried about whether you can keep up with him at that point, because you know he about to style out, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think the internet really has pussified.
That's a nice way to put it. I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it nice.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that, Mav.
Do that, man. I'm going to use that. It has, because like, I don't know, I think everybody just be so damn emotional.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's for sure.
They just be super emotional.
That's for sure.
Like, sometimes I got to check myself, and the reason why I say that is because I see them emotional, and I'll be like,
what the fuck's wrong with you?
Fuck that. Now I'm emotional.
Right.
I'm emotional for it. It's the same shit I'm talking about. I don't let that shit bother me.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so,
man.
I think it's giving everybody a voice, and that's cool, but like it's also put diapers on a lot of cats.
No doubt. Yeah, just the agendas are everybody's agendas are all fucked up, right? It's all fucked up. Yeah, it's just messed up.
And the sad part is it's always one.
Right.
It's listen, we being real right now. Like, if you don't know, like, you probably would never realize how much work I've gotten on the strength of somebody. They know, like, if I work with Mav, I might be able to get to this guy or that guy. Like, yo, we sit around and we talk about that. Like, we understand that it's agendas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we laugh about that shit. Like, yo, I say it often. Like, yo, this motherfucker working with me because he want to get to you. He figured, like, yo, if he could build up a rapport with me, then you know what I'm saying, he'd hop in your DMs or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But like, yeah, we take that money. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Anyway, hell yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah,
gonna take
man.
that money. We're gonna laugh about it too.
Hell yeah, man. Word. What's y'all's goal, man? I mean, I'm not expecting you to spill your business, you know, out here for everybody, but as how many was 5 members of the Cloth, Mav?
It's 7.
7. Okay,
it's 7.
So like, what's your goal? Like, what's the unit goal? Like, what do you guys think?
At some point, we would love a situation to materialize You know what I'm saying? For the cloth as a whole. In my heart, I feel like there's going to be something that's going to materialize from Rigz at some point. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we all celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you how we move. Listen, when you win, I win. When you drop and they going crazy, I celebrate that shit and post that shit. Like, that's my project. That's my album. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. But I think everybody, and I'm just throwing that around everybody, I think a lot of people want the Cloth album. They want that project.
Right.
And we know they want it. And we know they want it for various reasons. Do they all? Because they getting the Cloth. They just getting them in a bunch of different pieces.
Right.
But we know that, like, you know what I'm saying? People they want that Cloth album because they want to put that out. You know, they want to throw a couple of dollars this way, this, that.
Yep.
But us, like, it got to make sense, and it has to make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can put, I mean, but as much shit as we truly have locked in them boards and on those drives, we can put the Cloth album together for you right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, me, Illinois, and Rigz, we came down to Atlanta and we recorded. We recorded the whole EP. We've yet to release it.
When was
this, man?
Like, we did it. We did that, I want to say in November.
Okay.
November of last year.
Okay.
Came down,
shit.
locked in, and recorded the whole EP. Just like in one day.
Dope.
Like, we already had the production. We knew, like, you know what, let's get out of the environment. And Illy came from North Carolina because he left Rochester and moved to North Carolina. Me, Rigz, and Ace flew down, you know what I'm saying, from Rochester. And we was down there for several days, and we just patched in and you know what I'm saying, just got it done. Shot some videos. We popped up at Spitzwell spot, recorded some more shit over there.
Oh, word.
And
shout out Spitzwell.
We know they want that. Oh, yeah, you know, Spitz, if I'm not mistaken, I think Spitz is originally from Rochester as well. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I personally have known Spitz for years. You know what I'm saying? I would at least like to say early 2000s.
Okay.
We do not know Spitz, but I just know we've been playing a bunch of records that he did for Ekandayo that were fucking fire.
Hell yeah.
And
listen, man, Spitz always been a dope producer.
That dude's nice.
You catch some early Pound stuff, and even up to you know, now, like, he still do a lot of work with Pounds. So you know, you'll hear Spitzwell, you know what I'm saying? You can see the growth in him, but, like, he was sick back in the days, too.
He's a monster.
He was sick back in the days, too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when we recorded over at Spitz Spot, and when he sent the song back, like, he's another guy, like, it was totally different from what we recorded. Like, the beat was different and everything. Like, he built something else around our vocals.
Really?
It was crazy. Yeah, y'all probably, you know what I'm saying, patch in with him. He's been busy. And, you know what I'm saying, I know he's been working on a lot of projects with a lot of people. He's been engineering a ton of projects with, you know what I'm saying, a lot of everybody's favorites, as well as, you know, maybe some virtually unknowns. But, like, you know what I'm saying, he a busy dude. He tough, too. You see, I ain't got no problem with, you know, giving nobody their flowers.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I appreciate that. Yeah,
not at all. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the growth. I've seen the guys that, you know, I mentioned. I've seen those guys grow. You know what I'm saying? And I've known Spitzwell far longer than a lot of guys, a lot of producers, you know, that I've worked with. So, you know what I'm saying? He definitely is worthy.
All right. Well, next time you make your way down here, man, you got to holler, man.
To say that. Hell yeah.
Shit, we don't
say no more.
Yeah,
say
man.
No more.
We don't have to get in the lab. We just go have a drink or something. Just, you know,
chop it up.
Chop
it up, man.
Show. We come in on Sunday night and do a show.
No
there you
doubt.
go.
Do the show.
There you go.
Y'all welcome,
yes, sir.
man.
Yes,
sure.
sir. Absolutely.
Definitely. Next time I hit that soil, I definitely reach out, even if it's just to let you guys know that I'm down there.
Yes, sir.
That'll be dope.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, Mav, what do you want to leave the people with, man? Where can people go check your shit out, check out the Cloth, buy some shit, support? And we'll leave it like that.
We're going to start it with, if you want to check out the Cloth, you can go to ninerbetter.com. that's where you're going to be able to find like a lot of unreleased material. You're going to be able to patch in and get like all of the projects that have been put out. You can purchase them. You got a lot of free downloads. You can get the stupid hoodies. So that's definitely a dope place to stop. We need that traffic anyways over there.
All right.
For me, you can hop on my Bandcamp at M.A.V Music 3 at Bandcamp. Patch in. You can check out the Abracadabra project. You can check out Angelz Demonz. I'm getting ready to re-release Lord of the Boiling Water with new tracks as a full project, as well as Angels with Dirty Faces, which is my 2012, during that time. I'm getting ready to release that with some new production behind some things,
Okay.
I'm going to load it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to load it up.
Oh.
But I'm definitely check in on Instagram, the business in M.A.V, patch in. Like I said, I'm mad approachable. So
yes,
we
sir.
can definitely chop it up.
You got vinyl dropping for Angelz Demonz now too, right?
What happened?
You got vinyl for Angelz Demonz that's out now too, right? On Copenhagen Crates. Didn't they put out the vinyl for that?
That's all sold out.
Oh, it's out. It's gone. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's gone.
You missed it. Sorry.
Nah, but listen. I want everything that I do. I want it to be in limited capacity. I've been seeing the resellers too. They've been jacking the price up.
Oh yeah,
getting
that's common,
getting their bucks. I'm not mad at that.
I hope you got a box in the closet.
I'm not mad at that. right.
Hell yeah.
I'm the reseller.
Right, there you go.
Me.
I hope you got a box out of that deal, my brother.
Word. But I want everything to be super limited because I want you, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I put out a quality product every time out.
Yep.
So if you miss out on it, like, that's on you. But I will say this. If you've missed out, if the audience has missed out on purchasing a physical of Angelz Demonz 1, it will be available again, but it won't be available again until after Angelz Demonz 3 comes out, and it will only be available in a bundle.
Ooh.
So you have to get all of them.
Ooh, triple LP, quadruple LP.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Yep, you got to get it all at that point. Man, listen, there's definitely a science behind all of it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the science is to make sure these folk get their bread up, get that money right.
Mm-hmm.
And come
Absolutely,
correct.
Man. I want it to be like when them cats be standing outside the sneaker store all night. You know what I'm saying? Or Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Beautiful.
Word. Go get that, man. It's just out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's available for you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what everybody's money look like, but like, patch in and they dropping a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff dropping.
Right.
And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, as an excuse for nobody, because like I said, my Angelz Demonz gone. But, I really wish we had more time because I know several albums have dropped within the last 2 weeks, but the only thing that I can remember is Big Ghost and Spesh from a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
And I've listened. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Cats ain't putting out quality shit.
No.
Nah.
That's true.
Like, how you forget it? I think the market is becoming super saturated.
Oh, we talk about that all the time, man. We talk about that all the time. Nobody is safe. 14 days.
Nah.
14 days.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I think I heard that on the G4 Jag.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
14 days, like everybody else.
That's all you got. Michael Jackson can put a record out right now. 2 weeks later, oh well.
Right.
You know.
But check this out though, right? Let me touch you on this. I dropped Angelz Demonz in March, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about it in August.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how that shit's supposed to be done. You're supposed to work that project.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you didn't get a copy of it, you like, these motherfuckers still talking about this shit. Listen, when they dropped it, snow was on the ground. Summer getting ready to end.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to drop something else. I don't want to miss that next thing.
Yeah.
Cats just putting shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Cats just putting shit out.
And like, working a project is such a lost art right now. Is another one of those things that was taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because, we come from an era when that's how you plotted your project. But now it's just I'm gonna drop this, and then 2 weeks later, let me get this out, and then I got this popping over here. Let me go ahead and get that out, and then we got some loosies over here. Let me drop those real quick, and it's just like bang, bang. Like it's just like it's too much, man. It's too much.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my theory, Mav, is that we were talking with Jag about this last week, is that we're going to start seeing folks drop off, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because, I'm the
You and me both.
I'm the motherfucker that has to go through all that goddamn music every week. And, just like you said earlier, you want to give folks a chance, right? Mm-hmm. Because every once in a while, man, once in a while, you find that jewel. Like like the jewel that I found recently. That all due respect to Spoda and a Wavy to God, but man, the artwork for that album is awful. And I've said this a few times, but I tell you what, man, that fucking record is incredible from top to bottom. And I'm so thankful that I gave that shit, a chance, because trust me, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that have fancy art, and like you're gonna look, you're like, this looks presentable,
right?
I'm gonna check it out,
right?
But I mean, it's just so hard to go through everything, man. So anyway, it's
get in there,
right? Exactly, yeah. And I told Meeks the other day, I was just, man, I'll delete your record in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
So I really do. Like, I hope these guys, like just kind of wake up and realize, whatever they're doing. But like, it's time for just step back and let the guys.
We're coming up on fall off season now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Now's the time. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming. I'm telling you, it really is. It has to.
Yeah, it is. For sure. Man, we sure appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother.
Great. Another great
one, man. I
man.
Appreciate it, man. I felt real comfortable, man. Like this was supposed to happen, and I'm glad it did.
Yes, sir. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being so accommodating, and you go back to the communication part of things, like you were talking about earlier. Like, that's real, because we deal with some.
It's very real.
You know how it is, man. You deal with some bullshit from time to time, and we deal with plenty of it here.
Yeah.
You know it.
Word. All right, man. Well, thank you, brother.
Man, definitely a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. I truly appreciate everything, and man, look forward to patching in with you fellas from time to time, just for the sake of checking
Absolutely.
out. Man.
Absolutely. You know where to find us.
We look out for everything you got coming this way, man.
Indeed.
Stay up.
All right, my brother. Enjoy your night.
Send it over.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
All right, my man. Peace.
Blessings, champ. Peace.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
man. Life lessons at Southern Vangard Radio. I'm into this shit, man.
Yeah, I think we talk about.
I just like folks branching out.
We talk about doing another podcast where we just talk shit like that.
Life
but
shit.
It's a good mashup, man. It's starting to be more frequent too. Like,
yeah, it's weird, right?
I don't know, man. I think just the quality of artists is somewhere else right now. You don't get to see that. You don't get to see that side of people a lot, and for whatever reason, we pulling that out in these interviews, man.
Yeah,
I love that shit. I like it.
Absolutely,
I like it.
All right, Mav, Cotola, Dust to Dust is going to be everywhere soon.
Yeah,
you can hear it here first, exclusively.
We got to do that.
I mean, you can go back and listen to the joint with Daniel Son. We're going to get into some more joints on episode 220.
Yeah.
And, make sure you check out The Cloth and Rigz and Mooch and Gates and, all those cats, and support these brothers, all right?
For real. And never forget, this is Southern Vangard Radio.
Yeah, it is.
Your home for exclusive content.
Twice a week, Meeks. Twice a week, dope.
Southern Vanguard Radio.
I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off, my brother. Okay. That was an extended.
Yeah, I tried to, do our thing, but the T-shirt coming soon, so we don't even have to say that shit no more. Just,
sir.
Never forget, we are the guard. Peace, y'all.
Peace.